BJ, do you remember when we first played our first gig?
I don't.
I believe it was at Wahoo's in Myrtle's Inlet, there on the Marsh Walk. I know BJ had been playing with a band called 10 Toes Up for some time, and I was doing a lot of solo stuff, and I would always see 10 Toes Up on billboards, and I'd be a week or two off from them, and I remember getting down to the beach, and those guys were taking a little break, and it kind of worked out that BJ had some time on his hands, and they were looking for some duos at some different places, and then I think we just kind of fit the mold, and
yeah, it worked out good because I enjoy singing harmonies, and
I couldn't sing harmony.
Yeah, playing some mandolin too. So I was looking for different projects. We're both full-time solo artists, so we're both loop guys. We play loop solo shows during the week, and it's a great break for us to go do some duo stuff that we don't do in the everyday.
Have another person to feed off of.
Yeah, just do something different and sort of challenge each other. Of play songs that you might not be as comfortable with and make you think about it for a little bit. So it's a fun break for us from the full-time solo gigs that we have. Music for me, I was actually in Charleston, and there was a band that needed a lead singer, and I was like, I'm up for a change, and moved up here to follow an original band, and that's how it started here. And then once I got in to see how much music there was at this market, it's hard to leave because you can play every day that you want to. There's live music. Every single place has live music, somebody playing, and so it's really addictive. If you love that kind of thing, there's few places that have what the beach has here. It's a great market, though. There's nothing quite like Myrtle Beach as far as live music goes. We have more people here than most places can compete with, and we're pretty proud of it. That you can find live music everywhere, and there's all different kinds. There's country, rock, pop. There's anything that you're looking for, you could probably find it here, and so it's a good place for a musician to live. I think doing what you love is always a blessing. So we both love playing music, and to be able to do it full time that's not something a lot of people get to do. And it's something that you have to love it because it is a lot of work. But this is a unique place where you can do that full time, and
you're able to still have some semblance of a quote quote normal life because you don't have to spend all day traveling 3-4 hours one way to get to the next venue and that sort of thing. So it's been nice to be able to sort of beat up one market without really wearing out our welcome. I think has been kind of another gift.
The backdrop's hard to beat, so you got the beach behind you at all times. It's really not so hard of a work environment to be in every day.
I would say most of the more popular music-based towns like Nashville or Austin are very set in what people expect to hear as far as the genre and the type of music and the type of instrumentation that is used on those performances. And here at the beach, people kind of have a different expectation. I mean, they sort of think it's going to be like a stripped-down sort of, maybe surf rock or old-timey sort of, Otis Redding sort of vibe. But I feel like people have really expanded from that and sort of have taken some of those themes and ideas, but kind of made them their own, and not quite that same expectation have to sound like Stevie Ray Vaughan in Austin or sound like, a pop country singer in Nashville. Here you're more able to find your own sound and then kind of, share that with everybody here. And I think it's worked out for a lot of musicians. So.
I think the most impressive thing about this market is, for whatever reason, we've decided that live music was part of the ethos of this tourism experience, and there's a real opportunity cost to not have it. So if you're coming here and you're deciding where to go, and there's hundreds of places literally within the Grand Strand that have live music every single day, and so if you're a venue and you don't provide that, then it's hard to compete, because what an amazing thing to have so many options. And so the big part of this beach is how much music is integral to the experience of the Myrtle Beach tourism, and it's really unique, and that's what draws so many musicians here, and so many unique musicians that when you have a tourist market, the demand is so different. So you could get a different kind of request every day. You could have somebody that wanted to hear something, Jimmy Buffett-y, or then the modern country, or even old 90s rock and roll. And so it as a musician, it challenges you to be really diverse, because you're like, oh yeah, I need to learn some more 80s. I had a request the other night for like old Beatles songs, and I kept getting that request. I was like, it must be on a commercial somewhere, but it challenges you to stay up with what people want to hear. And there's just live music everywhere, and it's a really cool part of where we live. If people were coming into town, I would probably, if I had to pick a band that was really impressive, is the Southside Saints. Is a trio that really does some impressive stuff. The guitar playing is just next level, and so you're definitely going to have a good time there. As far as party bands go, the Julio and the Saltines do a really good job of just keeping that party vibe going for a long time. But there's so many. I mean, you literally, there's 100 to 200 people playing on a stage, so it's hard to pick one. It's like, what are you in the mood for? You want reggae? Do you want some rock and roll? Would you like some party music? You looking for country? We've got it. You've just got to find the place that it's at. So I guess the biggest thing is just to keep an open mind and find what you're looking for, because it's here. You can find us on Facebook at The Lost Remotes, and we try to list our shows there, but we just plan on keep doing what we're doing, learning more songs every week and keep challenging ourselves and just keep having fun.
We are the beach.
Great.
We're the beach.